Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and hope you're having a great start of the week so far. And welcome to this new video on Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update on Bitcoin here. We had some interesting price action develop over the last 24 hours. This week, look, in general, we spoke about this yesterday already briefly. So hopefully you checked out my market update to kind of be prepared for this upcoming week. But this week is relatively quiet in terms of economic data, or at least planned economic data. Hopefully, and most likely, we are going to hear some news about trade deals and tariffs, etc. So things like that will make the markets move, right? And something like that is definitely something to be aware of. And something to take into account. But at this point of time, as it stands, when we take a look at the fundamentals, the S&P opened a little bit higher, as you can see, pre-market, and it has pulled back a little bit to fill the gap here. But ultimately, we're waiting for fundamentals to kick in and for us to see any effect that has on the markets. At this point of time, it's relatively quiet. Now, Bitcoin itself has behaved or has developed relatively well, right? I mean, what we spoke about yesterday in my video, and here you can see my beautiful drawing I did this morning, or what we spoke about on I think it was, what was it? Yeah, I think it was yesterday, but we already spoke about it in the middle of the day market update, of course. But what I said before that as well is that, the main level that we want to reclaim here is 108,500, right? So that is where we left a single print right here on Friday. But that was also just in general the 382 fib and one of the main support levels that we held when we tried to find some balance up here. And we were able to reclaim that. And yesterday what I said in my video is that I need to see some more confirmation, right? Because we were able to reclaim that, but the reclaim was with one high volume candle, and that was it. And now we have actually seen some new volume get back into the markets as well. And what that basically means, more volume, is that more capital or more buyers and sellers agree that this was a successful reclaim. And you can also see a beautiful touch right here on the fair value gap. So I have to assume that this is a real reclaim. Now, ultimately, what can still make us drop down below 108.4 is if we get some bearish fundamental developments, right? So therefore, it's absolutely crucial that you do keep an eye on those trade deals, on tariffs news, etc. But as it stands right now, and if we go back to the other chart right here, which I will zoom in a little bit, I think that we can pull back into the 7-day rolling VWAP, for example, but I do think it's most likely for now that Bitcoin is going to find some balance up here, and that from that balance, if I judge the price action we had over the course of this weekend, and then the development and ultimately the reaction we've had so far to support, I would say it's most likely that from there we will go up to those previous all-time highs between 110 and 112,000. That's what I would say is most likely. Now, like I said, fundamentals matter a lot, right? So that is something that I keep an eye on very, very basically all the time. To my left, I have a screen open with like a news feed about everything that's being said, not only by Trump, but also by Scott Bessent, which is the United States treasurer right now. So that is very relevant, but ultimately what we have right now looks good. All right, stability looks more likely short term, so that's also why I drew that. But from that stability, I would argue that it's more likely that we're going to get a bullish continuation rather than a bearish continuation, which is also in line with the 4-hour trend, which is still trending up as we speak, which is great. So those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know regarding Bitcoin for now. If you do have any questions, anything, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.